On the night of April 18th, 1775, a Boston silversmith named Paul Revere got on a horse and rode out to warn Massachusetts that the British were indeed coming. The British were marching on Lexington and Concord, allegedly to capture John Hancock and Samuel Adams and to seize Patriots' weapons. Revere and another guy named William Dawes were sent out to warn them. He slipped across the Charles River by rowboat, grabbed a horse on the other side, and then rode off into the night. A famous poem immortalizes Revere galloping through towns shouting, "The British are coming!" But he definitely did not say that. For one, the citizens of Massachusetts considered themselves British. It would be like riding through Ohio today screaming, "The Americans are coming!" But more importantly, there were British patrols, officers, and loyalists everywhere. Revere was on a stealth mission. He was knocking on specific doors of people who had been pre-arranged with the plan, possibly using the code phrase, "The regulars are coming out," which doesn't sound as cool. Those were the people that set off the actual alarms, which triggered the next town, and the next, and the next. Church bells, signal guns, drums, bonfires, more riders spanning out in every direction. By the time the British Army was just unloading their boats, towns 25 miles away already knew that they were coming. So it wasn't just one guy on a horse. By the end of the night, there were at least 40 riders out there, running a signal network that these guys had been quietly building for months. When the British finally marched into Lexington at dawn, they expected a peaceful, sleepy village. They got a fully mobilized militia ready to fight instead. They were forced into a retreat back to Boston and got harassed the entire 20 miles home, losing 273 men, and woke up the next morning to thousands of colonists surrounding the city. The Revolutionary War had officially begun. Oh, but back to Paul Revere. The most famous rider of the night got captured by a British patrol halfway through and never actually made it to Concord. The guy who finished the job was some random dude named Samuel Prescott, who was doing a walk of shame home from a love interest's house at 1 a.m. when he just happened to run into Revere and Dawes. He apparently liked what he heard and volunteered on the spot. When the British patrol jumped them, he leapt over a stone wall with his horse, disappeared into the woods, and rode all the way to Concord to ring the bell himself. The ride wasn't even that famous at the time. It kind of got overshadowed by that whole war thing. It took Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem in 1861, written as the country was sliding into the Civil War and desperately needed an American hero to unify around, that finally made Revere a household name. The whole unifying part didn't work out, but it rightfully put Revere's name in the history books.